Heaven and Hell, a personal account of a near-death experience.
O Mother Earth, what have they done to you? Sweet Mother Earth, a life so ancient, soul so young, wrap me in your tender bracken, wipe my tears away.
Imagine a being of pure light, thousands of times brighter than the sun, whose countenance is pure love. And once surrounded by this being's light and love, you become a part of this being, eternally and irrevocably united in some way to this wonderful light. On the night of Easter Sunday, 1979, Sean Madden experienced what is known as a near-death experience, or NDE. This documentary is a record of Sean's near-death experience and his reflections on the encounter with the great angel, which was central to his experience.
What actually happened to you physically?
I was crossing a busy road and I walked over a hedge and I lost my footing. A barbed wire cut deeply into my wrist.
So how badly were you injured?
There was a deep gash in my wrist and there was blood pouring from it. I collapsed, and that night I had two near-death experiences.
And where were those?
One in the field immediately, a borderline experience, and the next one when I got home. Somehow I got home.
Did you get any medical treatment?
No, I still don't know how I got home. I walked a long way, but it's a mystery how I got home.
So tell me what first happened.
I collapsed. I banged my head, and all of a sudden I got up, I was light, weight-wise I was very light, I could hear music, I could feel pleasure in every part of my body, and I could see this orchard with beings in it, and light and music, and I saw people that I've known for thousands of years but I've never met in this life.
Well, what do you mean when you say this was a borderline experience?
To get to the orchard, I had to cross a stream, and I knew that once I crossed that borderline, I would never be able to come back. And I fought and fought to cross this stream, and I couldn't. And all of a sudden, I was back in my body, like the heaviness, the pain in my head from hitting my cheekbone, the pain in my arm. And everything was heavy, and I was in a lot of pain, and I realised that I'd had this wonderful experience.
This is the house where the second near-death experience happened, on the night of Easter Sunday in 1979. The second experience, what were the events that led up to a second near-death experience?
Well, I was in a field near where King's School is now, and the hospital. Somehow I got home. It was total pitch darkness, but I believe that my third eye was open and there was a sort of glow around me. Somehow I got home.
Was the second experience exactly the same?
It was quite different. I somehow made it home. I put all my clothes in the bath, which were I had a purple jumper, and it was now scarlet with blood, and I went to bed. There was no loss of consciousness, it was complete continuity of consciousness. My heart was beating shallower and shallower and faster until it went into a continual spasm. There was a pain in my chest, and all of a sudden I popped out of my body. I could see through walls, I could see both my parents' aura, and I could also pass through walls. I felt a weightlessness and a joy, and I could hear music, and I could feel a bliss in all my body.
Was it a very long experience?
It was a very short experience, but it was very intense. I could see the walls of the house. I felt drawn along to through the air. I could see the earth under me. I was going through what I think was outer space, and eventually I could see this tiny pinprick of light which got bigger and bigger.
What was the light?
The light was love. The light loved me personally, When I was in the light, I was surrounded with complete love that was personally directed towards me. No words or books or videos can describe this light. It was indescribable.
Did you interact with the light?
Yes, not as much as I would have liked. The light is the one thing that everyone that's had a near-death experience tries to describe but just can't.
And what did you say?
I spoke with the light, and I was asked if I wanted to see all the times that I'd been one with the light, and I said no, that was a big mistake. I wish I said yes.
Okay, what was heaven like?
Heaven was being with this light. This light loved you so much, the bliss was so intense that to be with this being was heaven. The being also wasn't religious, didn't care about religion, which surprised me. When I said to it, "You are God," there was like an explosion of light, like an atom bomb going off with light and love. And all of a sudden I was back in my body on earth.
What were the after effects?
My spiritual eyes were open and there was a sort of glow all around me, and I felt I could see in the dark. When I went back to college, I could tell what everyone around me was thinking, almost as if I could read their thoughts.
What was the advice of the spirit?
I could hear a soft, gentle voice, I believed to be the Holy Spirit. The first thing it said was, "Don't tell anyone what happened, or we will end up on tablets and they'll lock you up."
What were the after effects?
For 5 years I believed that I was the only person that this had happened to. And then 5 years on, I read a book by Ray Moody, medical doctor, called Life After Life, and I knew that other people had had exactly the same experience and that I wasn't crazy.
Okay.
And I believe that this light is us, and we're made of light, and we've just forgotten.